Hello and good morning to this podcast from PhD Chamber of Commerce. Today we have a very interesting guest with us, Mr. Pedersen from the Chairman of Board of Greenstat Hydrogen India. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to talk to you today about this very important topic, climate change, and what we need to do together.
Great, sir. Sir, I would actually like to first, ask by getting in a quick introduction about you and your firm, your plans in India and, what are you currently doing?
So Greenstat is the spin-off from a research institute in Norway called Christian Michelsen Research, which is formed by the first prime minister in Norway. And we have been working with the safety and high temperature fuel cells for generations or decades. And at this point, the board of research center decided to spin it off because we are getting more and more commercial. So Greenstat is working with advisory services to governments, states around the world to develop a roadmap for hydrogen. And we are also developing facilities on a BOO basis, which means build, own and operate hydrogen facilities to provide hydrogen both for commercial use, but also for the R&D. As we know, the technology landscape is evolving very rapidly, and the industry that we need to develop need centers who can provide them with green hydrogen and also test facilities and other services to support the development. So we can produce efficient, reliable facilities for the green hydrogen. So we are also helping to bring manufacturing capacity on key technologies to India. We see it's one of our tasks is to support India's aim to be independent and develop a strong industry within hydrogen. And we are also working with academia as well. So we are actually bringing together both the government, private sector, and also academia in our centers of excellence, where we are sharing technology, expertise, and experience. So Greenstat is now in the process of setting up 10 different pilots where we can share and learn together how we are building the new energy landscape based upon hydrogen as a key and part of the energy mix.
So I think that was a fantastic, insight into your plans here in India, as well as, what Greenstat is doing overseas. My next question is about, the very, very ambitious mission which India has set up. The Prime Minister of the country, Mr. Narendra Modi, has announced, a very exhaustive blueprint for climate change, which includes net zero emissions during 2070, by 2070. How do you see this panning out? What's your global experience like, and how's your India experience so far, sir?
I'm quite impressed by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi's vision for India and for the globe, for that matter. This is, as we know, a challenge that is not limited to India. We are all affected by the change in climate, and Modi's leadership in this is something that I really admire. And I think that every agencies in India is working very hard to implement this vision. India has been reaching out also internationally for the working together with the other nations to make sure that they can share the technology and experience and expertise that is available and which is needed. We all need to work together to collaborate to make this happen. As I said, it is not only the India, but it's the world that needs to be saved.
Indeed, sir. I think that's very, very well said. So my next question is about your perspective from India and deep diving into the challenges and opportunities which India as a country, very diverse, people from very different socio-economic backgrounds. How do you see green hydrogen roll out in India? What are the challenges? What are the opportunities that you see? And lastly, some advice to policymakers.
I think the largest challenge today, not only for India, but it is to develop the infrastructure. So one thing is to produce the hydrogen, but we need also to store it, and we need to transport it, and we have to deliver it to the different end applications. So the educational focus is important. We need to train and we need to build capacity. We need to structure this in a good manner so everybody knows their responsibilities and also are able to conduct the job in an efficient and a safe manner. So safety is perhaps one of the largest challenges as I see it in India. Because the culture has been a lot that it's an act of God. All the production that is taking place in India today, it's about 5 to 6 million metric tons, is done in facilities that is safe and it is well-trained engineers. And now the challenge is that we are bringing it out to the people. And that is a much larger challenge and task for us to educate the public and to make sure that we also have engineers. The next generation of engineers need to be educated as well. It's not only to build, but we are operating them, maintaining them. We have a supply industry. There is 30 to 35 million jobs that is going to be created, and India should take a piece of that cake. This economy, the impact for the economy is also tremendous, and India can turn from being an importer to being a net exporter. So
I think that's a beautiful insight about creating 35 million jobs in a country like India, which is which has got a fantastic population base, especially the younger generation, which is all set to get into work, and no better place than altogether new industry called green hydrogen. Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you on the sidelines of the third International Climate Summit, and would love to get your views here during the conference as well.
thank you very much.